this next question because, we are the foreclosure capital of the world here in New Jersey. Being a homeowner is often called the American dream, but it can be a nightmare if you buy a home that you cannot afford. Mortgage lenders typically recommend you limit yourself to a monthly mortgage payment that's no more than 28% of your pre-tax income. Does the finance guru Dan Geltrude agree with that? That if you can't find a house for less than you can afford, you're just better off renting until your financial situation changes?
In theory, you shouldn't be able to purchase a home that you can't afford, right? Because the mortgage company is not going to give you the mortgage. But let's kind of push that aside because, again, that is theory. We saw 10 years ago that mortgage companies were knowingly giving out mortgages to people that they were pretty sure weren't going to be able to make the payments over the long term. So you do have that scenario. Look, sometimes circumstances change and affordability becomes an issue for people, and sometimes we can't help that. So I'm going to try to paint a broad stroke here of what I think the heart of your question is about, and that's really about the planning of what you can afford comfortably to live in. So if we talk about a scenario of, let's say it's a young couple and they're just starting out, renting is not a bad option at all because the presumption is that the costs related to being a renter are going to be less than being a homeowner. So the fact that could provide you with an opportunity to save, presumably for a down payment, it's a good thing to start off that way. I personally started off that way as a renter. And then the next step for me, and I recommend this to young people, is consider buying a two-family house as an interim step between a rental and ultimately, let's say, your dream home. And the reason I say that is because that rental income really provides you with some cushion. You have the benefit of home ownership because it is a home that you own, and then you have some rental income to help offset the cost. And there's also some additional tax benefits when you have a rental property. So I would recommend to people if you need the time to save for a down payment, renting is not a bad option, and give strong consideration to starting off with a two-family house before you make the jump to the American dream.
There you go, the finance guru.